Assalamu alaikum. My name is Afzal Khan. I'm a member of Parliament, chairman of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Britain-Pakistan Trade and Tourism, and a proud British Pakistani. Join me as I explore Pakistan like you have never seen before. From the tourist sites of Pakistan's capital Islamabad to the trans-Himalayan region of Gilgit-Baltistan, including the Pakistan-China border. This region of the world is so unrepresented, but then that's the beauty of such a hidden gem. In today's episode, my journey starts in Skardu, having experienced what is regarded as the world's most scenic flight from Islamabad to Skardu.
Such a beauty. It's an amazing, breathtaking.
Skardu Airport recently became Gilgit-Baltistan's primary and sole international airport as a gateway for international tourists.
Well, you come to Skardu and how can you not come to Shangri-La Resort? Absolutely beautiful all around. You look at it and I've been told that actually the higher up you go and when you look down, it's like a heart. Let's see if it's going to win my heart. I think it already has, to be honest. Such a beautiful place. They say it's almost like heaven on earth.
In fact, the very name of this resort, Shangri-La, in Tibetan language literally translates to heaven on earth. The founder of arguably what is Pakistan's flagship resort was the late Brigadier Muhammad Aslam Khan, a military officer who served as the first commander of the Northern Scouts of Pakistan's army. Since its opening in 1983, it has become world famous and has long been frequented by many of the country's political leaders, including the late Benazir Bhutto.
It's so peaceful actually. And the air itself, you can feel the difference. Clearly there's not that much pollution here. And that's how we should be actually, anywhere. It's just us, the humans. Our influence and the things we do and how we pollute the whole environment. Here it is, the natural beauty. Look around the whole world.
And such fresh air and environment can literally make you lose yourself. Everything here just feels so fresh and lush, even the local produce.
Wow, so sweet, so sweet.
The resort was named Shangri-La by Brigadier Khan, who took inspiration from the James Hilton's 1933 novel Lost Horizon, a tale of surviving passengers of an early 1920s airplane crash in the idyllic Himalayan paradise. And in true Pakistani style, it seems he even managed to source a real-life crashed plane.
Well, this plane has got some history. Took off early hours in the morning and then after 2-3 minutes landed in the river Indus and miraculously actually everybody survived. And then this Brigadier Aslam Khan, who actually set up this whole resort, paid only 150 rupees. And after a couple of months on the rollers, 3 months later, here it is, and now it serves for people to come and have a nice coffee here. Not bad. I suppose a lot of kids would love it. Great.
Brigadier Khan passed in 1993 and has been laid to rest beside his late wife at the peak of the Shangri-La resort. And what a view it is from up here.
Well, what a start of this trip. Arrived in Skardu, and here I am, the sunset, the Azan has just gone up for Maghrib, and Shangri-La Resort, so beautiful. I have actually never seen anything like this. There you go, you can hear the Quran recitation, and you can hear the stream running in the river. Lights are coming on, and you just look around the beauty of this whole area. Wow, 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 wow. Amazing. Let's see what holds for the rest of the week.
As day breaks in Skardu, I begin to truly appreciate the scale of Skardu's beauty as the gateway to K2 at over 7,300 feet above sea level. Skardu also hosts Katpana, the cold desert and the world's highest desert. Where in the world can one see with the naked eye snow and sand in the same environment? It is phenomenal. But for 2 days, a year, this perfect desert becomes alive and activity. The Safaranga Desert Rally is a honeypot for the thrill seekers, and now in its 5th year is becoming a global hotspot for those that seek incredible off-roading. As I head west on the S1 strategic highway linking Skardu to Gilgit, on-road conditions can equally get the adrenaline pumping. This 167-kilometer stretch of road took 12 years to build. It is an engineering masterpiece and one that came with sacrifice. This monument, opened by the late former President of Pakistan Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, acknowledges those Shaheeds from the 7th Engineering Battalion who lost their lives building the S1. Unforgiving turns as the road intertwines the Indus River can sometimes lead to accidents. Fortunately, no one was badly hurt in this crash. On the S1, it's all about taking it easy and tawakkal Allah. I truly admire how the people of Gilgit-Baltistan have such determination in their mentality and are so gallant. I can't say I'd fancy this method of commuting daily to work. But they are also so warm and welcoming despite the challenging environment they work in.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। मेरा नाम नासिर अली है। मैं गिलगित-बाल्तिस्तान से ताल्लुक़ रखता हूँ। तो इस गाँव का नाम छरी है। तो यहाँ फलों के बारे में मैं आपको बताऊँगा कि सबसे पहले जून जुलाई में खुबानी, दूध, बादाम, सेब, अच्छा अंगूर, चाइना अंगूर सब इधर होते हैं सर। तो आगे मार्केटों में हम उनको सप्लाई करते हैं। तो पहाड़ों के बारे में उधर बहुत से बर्फ़ पड़ते हैं। किस्म किस्म के चीते होते उधर, बड़े बड़े चीते होते। तो उधर शिकारी ना होने की वजह से वो इधर गाँव तक भी आ सकते हैं।
Here, they literally survive off the land.
ये जो मेरे ख्याल में जो पड़ा हुआ ये बड़ो है, ये यरकान शुगर जो मैदे की तेज़ाबियत है उसको, इसके लिए मुफीद है बहुत।
We must not forget that these lands were once British India, and whilst we often imagine the chaotic, gruesome scenes of partition occurring on the borders of Punjab and Sindh, partition also occurred here in Gilgit and Baltistan in some of the toughest conditions on earth.
और यहाँ से सामने से जो दरिया सिंध गिर रहे हैं, और दरिया सिंध से उस साइड पे जब 1948 मारिका छरी उसके नाम से मशहूर है। मारिका छरी हमारे दादा और हमारे वालिदैन ने हमें ये कहानी किया था कि 1948 में दरिया सिंध की उस तरफ इसका नाम है परकशक, जहाँ पे गैर मुस्लिम होता था, सिख हिंदू वगैरह, यहाँ पे जंग हुआ। और जो मुस्लिम है वो मेरे बिल्कुल बैक साइड पे ऊपर एक चोटी है, चोटी पे रहता था मुसलमान। और यहाँ पे हुआ था जंग 1948 में, और इसको कहते हैं मारिका छरी। मारिका छरी इस गाँव का नाम छरी है, इसलिए यहाँ पे मारिका छरी ये किताबों में आया हुआ है, मुख्तलिफ़ किताबों में। और हमारे दादाओं ने भी ये कहानी हमें किया था।
As we begin to near Gilgit, just before sunset, 40 kilometers southwest is the village of Jaglut. The very spot where the Himalayas and Karakoram and the Hindu Kush mountain region meet, and the convergence point of the mighty Gilgit in these rivers. Video simply cannot do justice to this sight, nor can it convey the beautiful fresh breeze that emanates from such beautiful rivers. Gilgit, the capital city of Gilgit-Baltistan region, is the most densely populated part of this expansive, almost 73,000 square kilometer state. Home to over 220,000 residents, Gilgit is an economic hub and hosts the headquarters of Pakistan's Army's Northern Command. The region has historically been a flashpoint zone with the neighboring India. Hence, patriotic symbols can be found across the city, including this confiscated Indian Army helicopter put on a display as a symbol of military might. Britain has long had an interest in this region, dating back to the late 1800s. Biddulph House and Library in Gilgit symbolizing such an influence, named after Colonel Sir Neville Biddulph of the British Raj. Downtown, the old British graveyard in Gilgit also remains the resting place for some aristocracy. Though many of these graves dated post-partition are the chosen burial sites for those who lost their lives in mountaineering accidents. Despite catering exclusively for Christians, the site is meticulously maintained by a Pakistani Muslim.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, कैसे हैं? ठीक है
सर।
गुड। ये कितनी हैं यहाँ पे?
यहाँ पे 18 कब्रें हैं सर।
18। और पुरानी कितनी हैं ये?
पुराने वाले कम है, ये हेवट वाला 1870 के कब्र है।
1870?
जी।
1870?
जी जी।
G.W. Howard, gold medalist of the Royal Geographical Society of London. तो आप गुलाम अली हैं?
जी।
अच्छा अच्छा।
मेरा नाम गुलाम अली है।
और आप कब से काम कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे?
1970 से।
Wow. So this is a gentleman who is over 70 years old and has been working here continuously since 1970. So more than 50 years. And this is the books of different people who have been visiting here, putting their remarks. And I'll read you one. This was on the 7th of June 2008. Sincerest thanks to Mr. Ghulam Ali for continuing to maintain a fitting last place of rest for foreigners who found the greatest misfortune in the region. Most appreciated by the families and friends of the deceased. Bruce. There you are. So thank you for all the good work that you and how you maintain this beautiful place.
Thank you sir।
We are grateful.
शुक्रिया।
Thank you.
बहुत शुक्रिया।
Thank you. अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
सर क्या है? ठीक है।
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
When in Gilgit, one cannot miss shopping in Raja Bazaar. prominent for its local produce and natural medicines.
ये क्या है? स्पारी है। अच्छा अच्छा। तो भाई साहब कैसे है? ये इतना कुछ जमा किया हुआ है, ये क्या है? यहाँ पे दुकान में क्या कहते हैं? जड़ी बूटियाँ है। को मेरे बैग के लिए कुछ है?
इस वजह से क्या पता
अगर दर्द रहता है थोड़ा सा, क्या करें?
चेक कराएं, कोई मोहरे का मसला है, कब्ज़ का है, क्या मसला है वो पता लगेगा।
अब ठीक है, सही है, सही है, ठीक है। चले, बड़ा अच्छा जी, it's amazing we are here and there's so many different herbs which you can collect here, and any ailments, the guy is here to give you advice and you can buy it at a very good price too. So it's a brilliant, great. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
But for me, the best remedy on offer is the natural beauty of the Gilgit River. It's such a privilege to make a wudu here. Gilgit is conveniently situated on the N35, also known as the Karakoram Highway, which will lead me north to Hunza and eventually the Chinese border. I would gladly wake up every morning in Hunza for a view like this.
Well, here we are in Karimabad in Hunza Valley. Wow, it gets better and better. I'm seeing amazing sceneries, you know, there's such a contrast as well, the sunrise, and then you can see actually the temperature is dropping. So just see how the mountains are getting now more and more snow. And we haven't got to the peak yet. This is what you got here. When you breathe this air here, you can actually feel the difference. And the other thing actually which dawned on me this morning when I was looking at the sunrise, wow, the power of your eye. Actually, what you see in this camera is nothing. It's only a fraction of the true beauty that you see here. And this is why I think those people said that once you leave here, you will dream about this place here. And they say that if you look at this mountain long enough, you will actually fall in love with the mountain.
Al-Tit Fort, dating back over 1100 years, is a must visit. But before I can even get in, the town of Karimabad has come to a standstill, mashallah.
When you get here, you can also experience the beauty of the culture, the people coming together, not only the beauty around us, but the beauty in the heart of these people. Amazing.
Al-Tit Fort is fused into a natural form and color of the surrounding landscape, making it appear almost camouflage. Its ancient walnut wood features bare artwork from the Hindu, Buddhist, and Muslim reigns of the past. Almost 20 years ago, it was visited by King Charles and Queen Camilla. The site draws over 15,000 tourists annually.
Built on the mountain interlocked wooden frame structure, earthquake resistant.
And is the perfect spot to enjoy 360 degrees views of the surrounding area.
Amazing. Well, the views get, as you get the height, the view gets better and better. I'm feeling it a little bit. I just walked at the bottom and just bumped into a large group of ladies from all over the UK, even Manchester. You can't get away, can you? Oh! Well, now I'm in Al-Teeth Fort. Incredible actually place this is. Thousands of meters above the sea level, and was built over 1100 years ago. And what is interesting about this fort is it's got a lot of influence from the Tibet people. And one of the issues we are facing, of course, is there are different parts under different governments now. So there are a number of areas which are in Pakistan, similar number in India, and then there are some which are under with China. So these three countries of that whole area which has got this civilization and their history and heritage. And this clearly is an important site historically, and the way it's located, because in the old days, height was part of the strategic defense system that gives you the view, and also that would also give you the protection from miles before anybody coming to invade you'll know, and that the advantage of height would also give you to defend it. So someone coming from another land would need a hell of a force to overcome this. So this is that historical place. I'm pleased that the government of Pakistan are putting their contribution in preserving this. We've seen hundreds of tourists today already from all parts of the world, including from Britain, from Indonesia, and other power countries as well. So that's good actually. This is what it's all about, right? In this day and age where we're living, we have an amazing ability to communicate and to travel. And that's what we need to make most of. And that's why we are also here to make this program, so we can bring it to you so that you can then yourself travel and actually experience this beauty of this land.
As I had further note, the modern roads and idyllic sceneries leave me wondering if we are Northern California rather than Northern Pakistan. This region of the world is so unrepresented, but then that's the beauty of such a hidden gem. The Karakoram Highway is over 550 miles long and is a real road trip of dreams. That's the result of significant engineering feats established by the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor Infrastructure Network, developed in friendship. Such infrastructure has literally reconnected communities left devastated by natural disasters.
Well, here I am now at the Attabad Lake. It's quite interesting about this lake. In the 2010, there was a huge landslide where the hundreds of tons of these mountain stones came down, cut off a whole village of 25,000 people for 5 months. And the only means they were left with was actually through the boat. Now they've done a huge tunnel here with the cooperation of Pakistan and China. These tunnels actually are miles and miles long, going under these huge mountains. And I think it will be a great lifeline now. So quickly you can get from A to B here. But then you also have this access for the people now for this beautiful lake. The water, the color, it's almost like green. Again, I've never seen this before. It's all to do with the water and the sun and how the whole angling happens. But they say that the water here is better than mineral water. Nice and cold.
A favorite among locals, domestic and international tourists alike, Attabad Lake is yet another one of Pakistan's wonderful destinations in this region, so modestly underexposed on the world stage. People here are proud of their land and welcome guests with the real Eastern hospitality and warmth.
Wow, is this welcoming party? Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Shall we do it once more? Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you? Good. Did you enjoy the ride before in the boat?
Yes.
Good. It's cold. Yes? So which school do you go to? What's your school name? Okay. Okay, you know what we're going to do? You're going to put your hand out. I'm going to do high five to all of you in one go. Okay, put your hand out. Ready?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Let's start. Hey! Shall we speak to your teacher?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum जी, कैसी हैं? कितनी प्यारी जगह है।
बहुत ज़्यादा जी।
तो पहली बार आए या कितनी बार आए यहाँ पे?
यहीं कहीं है एक्चुअली।
तो आते रहते हैं?
कि बच्चों को हम पिकनिक पे लेके आए थे एक्चुअली आज।
Wow. So the secret in life is work hard, study. All right?
Yes.
So one of you are going to be the Prime Minister in Pakistan.
Okay, inshallah.
Yes?
It would be rude to leave without taking part. No words or videography can truly give context to the sheer prominence and dominance of the surrounding mountain ranges here. From the desert in Skardu to the cool water of Atabad Lake, you can set yourself free in a serene setting that then a sheer gaze up across the horizon can leave you mesmerized in wonder. And the Hosseini hanging bridge provides precarious pathway to truly appreciate such surrounding.
Just look at that. Awesome. Well, I just walked there and back on this bridge, some experience. I think what's interesting is that the bridge itself is shaky a little bit, and then there's the gaps, so you can see through actually this amazing flow of the water, which I had previously put my hand in. It's absolutely frozen temperature. But here you see the beauty. There's these magnificent mountains. Like I said, it's almost like fairyland, you know, the mountains there, when you look at the ridges, the up and down, and the snow and the shade, and the beauty how this sort of, when the sun strikes the mountain, it becomes almost like looking like gold. Wow, great.
All this reflection has left me a little hungry, but fortunately I don't have to go far.
Well, this neck corner of Hosseini Suspension Bridge, a step towards women empowerment. Great. Shall we try? Why not? I think with the cold weather, I just could do with pakora, garam pakora. Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम सलाम।
कैसे हैं?
ठीक भाई, आप सुनाइए कैसे?
मैं भी ठीक हूँ अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। ये देखे आपके पकोड़े, और ये भी पढ़ा जो लिखा है आपने, डर से पहले पकोड़े और चाय। तो प्लीज़ एक चाय दे दें और कुछ गर्म पकोड़े दे दें।
आप लोग बैठ जाइए, हम लाएंगे।
ठीक है। और ये दूसरे खाने क्या हैं यहाँ पे?
जो लगे हुए ये हमारे ट्रेडिशनल कदीम ज़माने के खाने हैं जो हम अभी बना रहे हैं।
ठीक है। तो लोग आते रहते हैं, एंजॉय करते हैं।
बिल्कुल, लोग आते रहते हैं।
बहुत प्यारी जगह है सारी ये।
थैंक यू फ्रेंड।
और अल्लाह आपको और अच्छा करे, यहाँ पे और प्रोग्रेस हो, और लोग आएँ दुनिया भर से और देखें आपकी तहज़ीब को भी, कल्चर को भी, और इस प्यारे टेस्टी फूड को भी। मैं बैठता हूँ तो ज़रा दें। थैंक यू।
बैठ जाते हैं।
थैंक यू।
वादिम का प्यारा।
वो
कप ले लो सर।
Fresh pakoras.
हाँ वो ये कप ले लो सर।
Thank you.
ये सब सुबह संगो ये में नहीं दे सर।
Both good, both good. Thank you.
ये वर्गो क्या सब सुबह संगो।
Oh, after that walk over the bridge, the cold weather, this is amazing. Wow. Nice and hot, crispy, tasty. I love it after having the cold walk on this bridge. The Saini bridge, this is great combination. A nice cup of tea. You know, simple things, but they give you so much pleasure. Thank you. So rich in the flavor actually. So what you have is simple bread, freshly cooked, then using mulberry syrup, which is free of sugar, but so tasty, strong taste, and then apricot oil we use. Just 3 ingredients. So healthy, so tasty. Thank you.
At the start of this trip, I vowed to reach the Chinese border, and as we head further north into Kanjarab National Park, the sparsity one experiences is so unique.
Well, here I am now, about 30-40 kilometers from the border to China, and the journey has been of some experience. Both sides of the road not only has been so peaceful, but actually huge mountains still. And has the cars been climbing up the, and you feel it in the breathing as well. And there's been this river flowing all the way with this road, and this road is the highest paved road in the world. And I was thinking, you know, the effort must have gone to carve out this, between these mountains, this road. How much effort has gone in, and what engineering this is as well. What an achievement of this Pakistan and China friendship, the work that they are doing together. Great. You know, only one car actually passed. So it's also how remote this is as well. But you can still enjoy it, the noise of the flow of the water and how clean the water is actually, you can see it. And I was talking to somebody local and he said this is better than the mineral water, straight from the mountains coming down. Great.
As we ascend further and further, I am convinced a snow leopard must have us in its sight, but good luck trying to spot the world's most elusive cat.
Well, here we are, well over 15,000 feet of the sea level now, and I'm surrounded by the snow all around now. You can feel the temperature drop. It's cold, and we are now almost there with the China's border with Pakistan. What can I say? It's just great feeling actually. The surrounding, all these mountains, these last couple of days, you know, I've been taking lots of photographs, and it's these mountains that I've been taking the photographs of, and it seems so far. and so high. And here I am now, next to them, next to the snow. You just go down and you just pick the snow up. It's amazing. Look at this fresh snow, so soft, beautiful, amazing, amazing. Totally different feeling. Actually, it's a little bit difficult to breathe as well because I think the oxygen level is low here, so the body is really having to work. But it's great still. The scenery is amazing.
Our colleague rightly points out that at such a high elevation, even a conventional lighter can't work.
Lighter is not working here. Very low oxygen is here.
After an ascending drive that felt like an ascent into the sky, suddenly the Park China Com Center surrounded by the beautiful Kanjarab Pass appears before us.
Well, here I am. This is actually China, and I actually don't have the visa. So I better get on with it and move quickly out of this before I get some sort of diplomatic crisis going here. This is Kirkham Highway, the eighth wonder of the world. It started back in 1966 during General Ayub Khan's time. 1,500 Pakistan Army Jawans and officers took their uniform off and started actually making this highway. And this has been some experience. Temperature they have worked under even now is -13, and if you put the chill factor, the air factor into it, the chill, it reaches anything like -40. I don't know how they managed it. I'm struggling now actually just standing here. It's so cold. And what we have is this connectivity between the two great nations, Pakistan and China. And now you got CPEC all the way going to Gwadar, even further developing the economic relationship between these countries. And I think we should be thinking of how we can make this connecting to the rest of the world as well, for Britain as well. We should be making most of this, including our European Union. So this will be an amazing economic corridor for the world, I would say. And I think being here, experiencing this, all these range of mountains has been something special, very special. I'm thankful to the British TV channel for giving me this opportunity to experience this. I've actually thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been amazing, a learning experience as well. Someone with the Pakistani heritage who has never actually experienced all this, the beauty of Pakistan. Every day I've seen more and more, getting better and better. The camera, I've noticed this now, first time in my life, the limitation of the camera. Thank God we have the human eye, which is far superior. And this is what you're missing. So you're just getting a flavor. The real thing is actually being here and seeing it. And there's the flight. Look, it probably is going 35, 40,000 feet, but it doesn't seem that far here. You can see now how high this is. This is over 16,000 feet above sea level. I better get out of this, cross the red line, so there's no more problems there.
As is often said, there is no rest for the wicked, least not in my profession. Whilst it might be parliamentary recess, I am keen to maximize my time in Pakistan. As I begin the 2-day trip drive south towards Islamabad, I pause to appreciate some of the many major infrastructure works being developed in Pakistan. Upon reaching Islamabad, I have the privilege of addressing students at Fatima Jinnah University. Such, mashallah, articulate, ambitious daughters of Pakistan are of a young and growing population, passionate to showcase such a blessed land to the world.
So, as a woman, you should be proud who you are, proud of your heritage, and go forward and make most of your life. Thank you very much.
When in Islamabad, be sure to also explore Islamabad Museum. Opened in 2022, it details the evolution of cultures and civilizations in Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Janab.
वेलकम
Thank you.
Welcome to Islam.
Yes, assalamu alaikum. Yes. खैरियत ठीक
ठीक है
चलिए हाँ. Let's go downstairs जी.
Though as a Muslim, the pinnacle for me of being in Islamabad on a Friday is the chance to conclude such a trip praying Jummah at Faisal Masjid. I'm so grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for allowing me to both witness and share with you some of the wonders of Gilgit-Baltistan and for my safe passage to here in Islamabad. There is so much more to discover of Pakistan, but for now, the only word that can truly summarize what I feel in my heart is
Alhamdulillah.